Good morning. My name is Rebecca. I'm the seamstress at the cottage, and this is the UK edition. It's so nice and rainy this morning and almost cold, hence the fire. So I'm just putting on my socks and then I'm going to join you with this week's Friday Sews. Friday Sew is a hashtag that was started by Jen from Today in Jen's Sewing Room. And if you click on it, you will see a lot of people talking about what they've made this week and just life in general. So I actually took my sewing machines out the first time this week and I started sewing. The iron is up and I still need to sort the cover out. And I'm setting up for my machines. I'm busy making my sister an apron like this. I'm going to do my first sewing. Finally set up. Can't wait to start working. Let's switch this one on and see if the light's still working. Oh, it is. Ooh. This setup actually works quite well. And I can iron there, and I can actually sit on the bed and iron. It was literally like therapy. The first thing I did is my sister asked me to make her an apron. Now I have these, I call it the top, in black. And I also have another one that you sometimes see me in my videos that I love to wear because they don't pull on your neck like a normal apron. They've got pockets, and when your hands are wet, you can actually wipe it on the side because they're quite long. So I made this for her this week, like that. And I am going to do quite a few more. Oh, I just lost the earphone again. If you hear a noise from that side, it's my sister's Rhodesian ridgeback that's trying to come in here. But she's a nuisance, she keeps on throwing everything over, so I threw her out. Back to this apron. My sister had these curtains, and of course, any curtain is free game in my field. So they were cut up and turned into an apron. And I'm going to make another one, or two or three, depending on how much fabric I have. The reason I'm telling you about that is I finally reached 1,000 subscribers. So thank you for each of you who came along and followed. I am so excited. So I've decided for 1,000 subscribers, I'm going to make one of these aprons and I will send it to you. I can do UK, America, most of Europe, India, that type of the world, part of the world. It's a bit difficult. And South Africa, if you are from South Africa and you win, I can chat to you and we can make a way of finding how I can get it to you. So that's 1,000 subscribers. So thank you for all of you, and thank you for your patience through the last while where I've been quite erratic with my posting schedule. Another thing we did this week, my sister took me to, I can't remember where. We went to a second-hand store, a charity shop, and in Ely. We were actually supposed to go to another one, but they were closed. So we ended up in Ely. We are going on an adventure. My sister is taking me to a thrift. No, what do you call it here? Charity shop.
Charity shop.
And look at where we are driving. It's so gorgeous. The first thing we did is we found her a top in this one shop. So this was the top. It was very long and she looked like a little sausage because these types of fabrics, they don't want to be just straight. If you want to wear them nicely and they must be comfortable, then they need to flare a little bit, especially if you're bigger and you have children. So what I did is I cut off about this much at the bottom, and then I just added it in. I added in a piece, a triangle piece, and now it fits her really beautifully, and she loves it. I have also been working on my summer top that I told you about. The yoke part is finished and I've done the short rows for the back and I am ready to actually separate for the sleeves. It's just going to have a short little sleeve and then just straight down. I've been really enjoying knitting on this. This is a recycled yarn. It's called Cotton from Utopia Crafts. It's UK. It's a UK yarn. Okay, interesting. But what I don't like about it, I've been knitting on it and it's already frilling. You know that little frimmels that it does when you have wool or something? It's already doing that. And I feel like you're putting spend so much time and then it does that. So I'm not very impressed with the yarn, but I will wear the top. That has also been a lot of fun. But as I said, we went to the second-hand shops. And I want to make a few more of these things. My sister sometimes does craft markets, and I said I will make her some stuff. And maybe I'll sell them on my Instagram or something. I'll see. So I found this double bed duvet. So the one side is just plain white, and the other side has this beautiful mustard color. So what I want to do is I want to make the apron, and then I want to bind it. If I make the apron in this color, then I want to bind it in this and give it pockets in this, and the other way around. So that's the one. There is a double bed duvet cover and 2 pillowcases. And then I found these 2 curtains. So they're not a completely long curtain, but the fabric is still beautiful. And I found 2 of those. So that will give me 2 or 3 of these aprons. And then I found this tablecloth, which is exquisite. It is just perfect. And I love the little scalloped edge. So there's enough also for 2 aprons. And then lastly, I found this one. I'm going to show you the pillowcase because it's easier, because this is a king size. So in the middle, it has of this. It's got like a big panel of that, which I'm going to also make one. I think it's enough for 1 apron. And then it's got like this blue border around it, which I'm going to try and make the binding with it. But then the whole back has got this beautiful fabric. I just love it. With little triangles, but it looks from afar, it looks like roses. So this I want to use for an upcycle project that's coming up soon. And I had a lot of fun. And then I also found some teacups, porcelain, that I want to make some pin cushions in. In one of my previous videos, I think it was over December, I showed it as a Christmas gift. So I'll do a proper tutorial this time and I'll show you how I make them, but I also want to make that for the craft market and maybe just selling them randomly. And that has been it. And it's really not been over the top, the prices. I thought the clothes were expensive for second-hand clothes, but apparently that's just the way it is. But this type of thing was really affordable. And who wants clothes if you can make your own stuff? So I'm excited about that part. Life update. I've been walking a lot, having so much fun exploring. Yesterday I went for a walk and I thought, it says the road said byway. So in my head, because there's like a road going through the village and it's quite busy and I don't like walking next to it. So I thought I'll walk the byway and it will just go around and then meet up with the other road. I was wrong. I almost ended up in the next village because I was walking to infinity and beyond, and I got to a turn in the road and there was a guy passing and I'm like, hi guys, because I've got a strange way of saying hello in this area apparently. So anyway, I said to him, where's this road going? And he said, oh no, you're on your way to this village. And I'm like, oh, I think I need to turn around. So at that stage, I was already walking for 45 minutes. So I turned around, started like running one pole, walking the next, because by this time I'm tired. I mean, this is like 6 in the morning. So it was, at this stage it was about 6:45, and I'm tired and I'm hungry and I don't have water and I didn't take my phone. So I was running and then I would walk and then I was running, and as I came around the bend, there was this guy, there was this cottage like in the middle of nowhere, and I looked at it and I thought, it's so cute. And I was also looking at the hare eating the poor farmer's food, all these sprouts coming up. And this guy came out of his cup of coffee out of his field and we started chatting, and he was like telling me about the house and they're renovating it. But it was such a nice encounter so early in the morning. At that stage I was eyeing his coffee, and I think if I was faster I might have just grabbed it, but I did, maybe he had tea. I think it was tea, that's why I didn't do that. But it was such a nice experience. We've also been going around to different places, which has been a lot of fun. I'm still amazed with the bird song. It's so different from South Africa. Oh wow.
These leaves are so soft.
I haven't had a chance to walk in the forest yet because it's just too far. It's not too far, but I didn't know there's something in the UK called No Mow May. So in May, to give the bees enough flowers to eat, they don't mow the sides of the roads. And also, there's these beautiful, I think it's called Queen Anne's lace everywhere, so you don't want to cut it down. But there's nettles. The nettles here is quite a thing. We have some in South Africa, but not like this. These nettles are out to get you. You need to be careful. If they find you alone, you might not make it. So the one day I was walking and a tractor came past, so I just stepped out of the road and just the point of the nettle went through my pants and it made these little blisters. I still have blisters on my hands from these stupid nettles. Because something else we've been doing is my sister has this massive allotment and we started working in it this week. Today we are tackling the allotment. First thing is the
Raspberries.
And I'm taking out some nettles here. It's a bit late, but it's the purpose for us to work in there is actually to prepare it for next year, because we harvested some rhubarb which we actually cooked last night and put in freezer bags, so we're just going to freeze it. I think we harvested about, I would say when we were carrying the thing, at least 3 to 5 kilograms of rhubarb after we've cooked it up. So that's been exciting. And we made yogurt last night. She got a yogurt machine, so we made yogurt and it came out so nice. So it's just been so much fun doing all these different things. And every day we have this list and then we do our work for the day and then each of us do our own thing, which has been a real blessing. So mostly I'm having a lot of fun experiencing a different culture. And I think this was the thing, I was almost in tears yesterday. This was the thing that really touched me, is that I can plan. I know if I get up in the morning, if I plan to start sewing at 9 o'clock, there's going to be power to sew at 9 o'clock. And that has been I never realized how much my life was occupied just to try and work around load shedding and this and that. And that's one thing that I'm really finding here, is that things work. I know a lot of people have been listening to some of their friends, have a lot of concerns and talking about stuff going on over here, but you don't understand how much mental energy it takes to not be able to plan. Because yes, there's a schedule in South Africa, but I mean at the moment they're having 10 hours a day without electricity. I would have had to close my business completely, and the place where I was working, when I left, I had a conversation, and apparently for that month they had 7% electricity supply. Their diesel bill for their generator was standing on, I think, something like 3 million for the month. You cannot run a business like that, and that is something that I'm still getting used to, is to just be able to switch the light on and there's power, and to go somewhere and things work, and to drive. And yes, the roads aren't everywhere that great, but it's still better than trying to ditch potholes. So I am really blessed and thankful. I miss my animals. I've had some updates. My sister has Manish and they're on a farm, and so there's always bones and stuff around. So there's little dogs. There's a little sausage dog and a fox terrier, and I got this photo of Manish lying there with this leg of a buck or something, and she's chewing on it, and the subtitle is these little dogs with endless supplies of bones, because Manish loves chewing. So she's doing so well, and she loves the kids and she loves the little dogs. And the 2 cats stay in a 2-family home. So the granny lives in the granny flat, and then the main and the mom and the dad and the 2 kids are living in the main house. And so Pinky moved in with the granny, and the granny said to me the other day, she's not really a granny. I think she's too hip to be a granny, but she's like in her, I think, early 60s, and she says she walks past Pinky, then Pinky catches a ride, and if she's not careful, Pinky scratches her clothes out of the cupboard, and the 2 of them are very bonded now, and she says she enjoys Pinky enormously. And Bubbles decided the family is his, and they sent me a little clip of the little baby is 2 years old, and then there's the newborn, but the 2-year-old Bubbles is lying on like a poof, and he's lying with his head on Bubbles, but not hard. You can see he's very gentle. And so they're right underneath the little baby. He likes to go up when Bubbles is lying down, because then Bubbles starts purring. If you look at Bubbles and he purrs, and then the little baby goes trying to purr like Bubbles. So they're all doing really well, and I'm settling in. I struggled in the beginning because it's so strange not to have to do this and have to do that and try and get this in place and try and get that in place. That has been quite an adjustment. I didn't realize how much I was just running all the time. So I'm really blessed, and I'm really thankful. And I'm thanking you all for being here. If you want to partake in the giveaway, just say in your comment, yes please. And then I will put your name on a piece of paper, and I'll ask my sister to do a draw with me. And then we will announce the winner next week. But I'll also do a community post about that. I will see you in the next video, and you must have a wonderful week. Goodbye.